Death Valley Days.
The Old West could make or break a man. It did both to Solomon Ross. In the 1880s, he was a newspaper editor in the mining town of Armagosa, California, and the most respected man in town. By the late 1890s, he was the town drunk, a beaten failure. But how he got that way isn't our story. But we're concerned with 3 miraculous days that added to Solomon's glory.
Henry, I'm dying of thirst. Now, surely you could advance me a few bills for old time's sake.
Not a penny, Solomon.
I was sitting behind that desk. You wouldn't be the editor of the Record.
Solomon, you drank yourself out of this chair 10 years ago. I paid $500 for the Record. You drank it up in 5 days.
Well, I figure you owe me another $500. $5?
Go back tomorrow. I'll have some type to clean.
Solomon Ross, fetting type to buy a drink. How's the first story, Henry?
It's a sad one, all right. Now go on, sleep it off, Solomon.
Mr. Ross, I'm sorry.
Perfectly all right, Cindy.
Yeah, I picked up a telegram for you, sir.
Telegram for me? You must have been out in the sun too long.
Can I help you read it, sir?
I wish you would, Cindy. I seem to have forgotten my glasses.
Arrive Armagosa Wednesday. Stop. That's today. Louise anxious to meet famous uncle. Stop. Will 3 days be long enough? Love, Agnes. Who's Agnes?
It's this famous man's sister.
Henry, I haven't seen Agnes in 23 years.
What have you written to her?
Well, I couldn't very well write her the truth, so I wrote fibs, little fibs, but they got bigger and bigger.
Like you being famous.
Henry, I don't like your attitude, so just kindly stay out of my business.
Agnes is my business. I would have married her if Tom Driscoll hadn't. Now, what have you told her?
I told her I was still the editor of the paper.
Well, that was a little fib.
That was the littlest one, Henry.
Then came the part about you being rich. Most respected man in town.
Mr. Ross.
How could you do this to Agnes?
How could I know she was going to come all the way out here to see for herself?
Well, she has. And no drunken bum is going to break her heart. Now, sit down. I'll be at the hotel. They have to have a room for tonight. And don't let him out of your sight. Henry Pike, Agnes.
Of course. How are you?
This must be Louise.
Oh, you don't look a day older, Henry.
Well, neither do you.
Oh.
You're as lovely as ever.
Thank
Oh,
you.
isn't Tom with you?
No, Henry. Tom passed away last winter.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Where's Solomon?
Oh, he's out of town on business.
Oh, well, we didn't come all this way to miss him. We'll just have to wait till he gets back.
Mother, the expense.
He may be gone several weeks.
Well, if he is, we can stay in his suite. It's costing him $10 a day while he's away.
Solomon's suite?
The one he keeps all year, Henry. He's written us about it. It sounds lovely.
Yes. Well, why don't you two look around town and have some lunch, and I'll make sure the suite is ready.
Will you join us later, Mr. Pike?
Well, thank you, no, but I have some business to attend to.
Well, all right.
Fine mess you've got yourself into.
I'm sorry, Henry, I'm sorry.
You might have known she wouldn't leave without seeing you. Well, sir, she's going to see you.
But, Mr. Pike, you said that...
I've changed my mind. Well, it might work. With a few new clothes and little luck, we might be able to pass you off.
No, I can't. I just can't, Henry.
Well, you're going to, unless you want her to find out the truth.
No, I don't want her to...
Then you do as I say. Keep him here till I get back.
Can I get you some more coffee?
No.
You know, Mr. Ross, when I was a kid, you seemed like the bravest man in town. Why, you were a regular hero to us kids.
It was a long time ago, Sandy.
Yeah? Yeah, but I remember every word you ever wrote. Why, you remember the Cantrell brothers, the ones you helped send up for robbing the stage?
That was one of the biggest stories I ever covered. That 30,000 in gold was never found.
Well, do you think it could still be up in Rainbow Cave?
Could be, but either way, it made a good story. Good story is what sells newspapers.
Yeah. Well, if I could only find it, what a story I'd have.
You would. Sandy, I covered those caves from top to bottom.
I know that, but...
But you're smarter. I hope you are, Sandy. I hope you are.
You're sure no beauty, Sal. A shave and a haircut ought to help. All right, put on the hat, turn around.
Solomon in all his glory.
All right, let's go.
Oh, my dear, you haven't changed a bit. Not a bit. This is my daughter, Louise.
Hello, Uncle Solomon.
Hello, Louise.
Sal, you look so successful.
Sandy Peters, I'd like you to meet Mrs. Driscoll
How do you do?
and her daughter, Louise. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, we have so much to talk about.
Well, a lot has happened, Agnes.
Sandy, do you suppose I could talk you into taking Louise for a buggy ride?
I'd love to.
And why don't you two go up and get reacquainted? I have some work to do.
I want to hear about everything, Sal.
Yes.
Tom did the best he could for us. Now he's gone. I don't know what to do. Well, that's enough about me. What about you?
There's not very much to tell, Agnes. Just the usual. Work, business.
You've had a good life, Sal. I'm so proud of you.
I've missed most of the important things in life, Agnes. Nobody really needs me. Nobody.
You're wrong.
Agnes, would you mind if I had a little brandy?
Oh, of course. How thoughtless of me. The hotel sent it up.
A little more.
Oh, certainly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Agnes, but we need Sal at the office.
What would you do without him at the newspaper, Henry? I declare he hasn't a moment.
Oh, he's had a few. Shall we go, Sal? You fool. Even sober, you can't see what you've done to yourself.
Henry, I will not take that from you.
Yes, you will. And while Agnes is in town, you're staying sober and you're staying on the job.
I will not clean type.
I'm not asking you to. You told Agnes you were an editor. Now be one.
You know I haven't written anything in 10 years.
Well, you're going to write for the next 3 days. After she leaves town, what you do is your business.
All right. I'll try.
You sure will. Because one of us will be with you every second.
What about Agnes?
You tend to business. I'll see to Agnes.
Welcome back, Mr. Ross.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you.
Getting away has relaxed you, Henry. And I don't know when I've had a better time.
Neither do I. Not in 23 years.
You never married. Why?
Need you ask?
No, I shouldn't have.
What's waiting for you back home, Agnes?
The life Tom left me?
Is it enough?
No. There's not enough of anything.
You mean you have nothing to go home to?
Nothing. That's why we came. We need Solomon's help.
Solomon's help?
I would have asked him yesterday, but you took him back to the office. What is it, Henry?
Agnes, perhaps this is too soon after your loss.
It is. We're not your responsibility, Henry.
I want you to be.
I'm deeply flattered. But Solomon will help. I'll talk to him as soon as he comes back.
But you promised to show me Rainbow Cave, Sandy.
I know. Look, but something came up and I've got to work.
Uncle Solomon,
Yes, my dear.
you're not going to let him stand me up.
Well, what have I to do with it?
You're the boss, aren't you?
Well, yes, I suppose I am, Louise.
Well, then let him have the day off.
Well, what can I do? You have me trapped.
Thank you, Uncle Solomon. You just don't know how to handle him.
Mr. Pike thought I should stay.
I'll be all right, Sandy. You go ahead.
Are you sure, Mr. Ross?
I'm quite sure. Don't worry. You go and be careful.
Things aren't going to fall apart just because you're gone one day, Sandy.
We'll be back by 3 o'clock. Ever seen anything like it?
It's beautiful and scary.
I've never brought a girl in here before.
I bet you know quite a few.
None that I'd share this secret with, Louise.
A cave full of hidden gold.
Well, not quite. But your uncle thinks it's still in here, and so do I. Look, you wait here for me.
All right, but don't be long.
I won't. Look, there are plenty of torches here. You just keep them lighted.
Okay. Be careful, Sandy.
Day.
I meant what I said about us.
That was the nicest part. I want to see Solomon. I won't be long. Henry!
Solomon in all his glory.
He's ill.
He's drunk. He's been drunk for 10 years.
I don't believe you.
Do you believe this?
In this newspaper?
Mine. For the past 10 years.
In the suite. All the rest of it. For our benefit?
I'm sorry, Agnes. Truly sorry. Wake up! Wake up, Sal!
Oh, Sal. Sal, we needed you so.
I told Sandy to stay with you. Where is he?
Sandy? Sandy is gone to the Rainbow Cave with Louise. They're back at 3 o'clock, my dear.
3? Oh, Henry, it's after 7 right now. I'll get the sheriff.
Nobody knows those caves better than your brother.
But look at him.
Get some coffee. Lots of it. We'll sober him up on the way out. She was depending on you.
Sandy? Sandy, can you hear me? Sandy! I'll do my best to find him, Aggie. Agnes, back there at the office, you said something about needing me. You mean that?
Now, and later saw. Tom left us quite alone.
Maybe we can help each other.
Find them, please.
Good luck, Solomon.
Thank you, Henry. Sandy!
How long has he been gone?
About an hour. Louise! Sandy!
Uncle Solomon? Uncle Solomon?
Louise!
I'm here.
How did you get this far down? What happened?
Sandy was farther down. I called, and he answered me, and then he found me. And then the torches went out, and then we got lost, and he fell in his head.
He'll be all right, honey. He'll be all right.
Look.
That's it. Louise, that's it.
Louise! No! Louise, thank goodness.
I was worried about giving you up.
They'd almost reached the bottom, Henry. Sandy, where did you find that?
Down there, just like you said, Mr. Ross.
You mean you found the gold?
Henry, this is the biggest story we've had in 10 years.
We, Solomon?
Well, you made me an editor, didn't you?
I did.
Well, we've got a story that'll make every major paper.
Mr. Ross.
I can see the headlines now, Sandy. 30,000 in lost gold found in cave by cub reporter.
Except for one thing, Mr. Ross.
What's that?
Well, I don't know where I found it.
What?
Well, I found it, but after the torch went out, we wandered around down there for a long time.
Well, don't worry about it, son. We know it's there. We'll find it again.
Yes, sir.
Well, what are we standing around here for? Stories like this sell newspapers.
Welcome back, Mr. Ross.
Thank you.
And that was the amazing story of the restoration of Solomon's glory in the town of Armagosa, California. Be with us next week for another true story from the history of the Old West.